Good morning, students. Name of your first chapter Fundamentals of Computers. So far, we have seen about the input devices, output devices, and today you're going to know about Central Processing Unit. Okay, so under that, CPU. Okay, usually CPU is called as the brain of your computer. So it is going to act as your human brain for taking all the decisions. Okay, it is going to calculate, it is going to direct the different parts of the computer by doing some activities. Okay, so CPU consists of mainly three units. First one is control unit. Okay, CU stands for control unit. And then the second one, ALU. ALU stands for arithmetic and logic unit. And then the third one, memory unit, MU. Okay, so these are the three different types of units that resides inside the CPU. Okay, CPU, it is going to act as the brain of the computer system. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Okay, so first unit is control unit. So it is going to coordinate all other units. Okay, so it is going to control this ALU as well as memory unit also. It has the potential to control all the other units. Okay, and then ALU stands for arithmetic and logic unit. All the calculations like addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So and if you want to find which number is greater than, lesser than, that is also the ALU can perform. Okay, so these are the things that can be performed by a ALU. And then the third unit is memory unit. Once the calculation gets over, it should be stored inside the memory. Okay, there are two types of memory. First one is main memory or otherwise called as primary memory. Okay, so computer stores all the programs, data, everything in the main memory or primary memory. Okay, so if you want to take any other backup storage device, we can go for secondary storage devices. Another name for secondary storage is auxiliary memory devices. Okay, so there are two types of memory, main memory and secondary storage memory. Otherwise it is called as primary memory or auxiliary memory. Okay, so the primary memory, that is the first type of memory, it consists of two types, RAM and ROM. So underline, RAM stands for random access memory, and then ROM stands for read only memory. Okay, so these are the two types of memory that comes under the main memory or primary memory. Okay, and you can see the explanation for RAM. So RAM, it is actually called as volatile memory. So once you are working with the system, for example, if you are drawing some picture and if I forget to save your file, at that time the power went off, what will happen? The entire drawing cannot be stored inside this kind of memory, RAM. Okay, it is a volatile memory. So if the computer, when switch off your computer, whatever is stored in the RAM gets erased. It is called as volatile form of memory. And here RAM, there are three types: dynamic, static and CMOS. CMOS stands for complementary metallic oxide semiconductor. Okay, so these are the three types of RAM. So RAM means it is a volatile memory. Whatever, when we switch off the computer or power went off, so the details, the data will get erased. Okay, so it is not a permanent memory, it is a kind of temporary memory. Okay, so RAM is a temporary memory and ROM is a non-volatile memory. It cannot be erased, but you can read it. Okay, so even when the power went off, it will be stored. Okay, and there are types of ROM, three types: PROM, EPROM, EAROM. Programmable read-only memory, PROM. EPROM means erasable programmable read-only memory. And third one, electrically alterable read-only memory. So these are the three types of ROM. Okay, so only keep it in mind. RAM means volatile memory which will be erased, and ROM means non-volatile. You can see non-volatile memory which will be stored permanently. Here the data will be stored for temporary purpose only. Okay, and then secondary memory. So if you want to store the data in other devices like floppy disk, hard disk, CDs, that is compact disk, okay, DVDs, we can go for the secondary memory storage devices. Okay, the next one is hard disk. Okay, so you can see here this is a picture of hard disk. So it is a magnetic disk. You can see here this is a picture of hard disk which is coated with a magnetic material, and where the data gets stored. In the data gets stored permanently. Okay, so whenever we can store and we can retrieve the data. Okay, if you want to retrieve back, once again if you want to view or open your file, you can save and you can retrieve back whenever you want. Okay, and it will be measured in the terms of megabytes and gigabytes, and the storage capacity is available from 80 GB, GB means gigabytes, and up to 3 TB, terabit. Okay, so up to this kind of storage we can store our data in a hard disk. It is a permanent storage device. And then optical disk, you can see this is a picture of a CD. You can go for CD-ROM. So it is about 12 centimeter in diameter, and you can see at the center with a hole. Okay, so it is actually made up of a thing called polycarbonate. Okay, it is made up of polycarbonate, and we can store lot of data. And there are two types of CD. One is audio CD, only musics will be there, and then video CD with text, images, still pictures, everything will be there. So maximum storage capacity of your optical disk is 700 MB. Up to 700 MB we can store data in the CDs. Okay, the next storage device is DVD. So you might have seen and heard about the DVDs. So DVD stands for digital versatile disc. Okay, so there are two types of DVDs, DVD-R and DVD plus RW. So if you want to record only once, we can go for DVD-R, and if you want to record and the next time if you want to erase and rewrite, means we can go for rewrite, read and write. Okay, so these are the two types of DVDs, and the capacity is 12 times the more than that of CD. So 12 times more than CDs we can store data, and it can transfer data very fast with a storage minimum capacity 4.7 GB data, and then maximum capacity is 17.08 GB. So this much of data you can store in DVD when compared to CDs. And then the next secondary storage is Blu-ray disc. Okay, so Blu-ray BD, Blu-ray disc, so it can store lot of information. Advanced version of DVD is actually Blu-ray disc. Okay, the quality of the picture will be more, and its storage capacity is about 50 GB of data. Okay, so so DVDs only it can store 17, and it here Blu-ray it can contain and store up to 50 GB. And then these are the devices that comes under secondary storage devices. And then the next topic is computer hardware. Okay, hardware means whatever devices we can see and we can touch, that is called as computer hardware. Okay, so example, whatever devices we can see, CPU we can see and touch, monitor, keyboard, mouse are the best examples of computer hardware. And then software. Okay, software means, for example, if you want to instruct the computer to do something useful, for example, if you want to add some numbers, we are going for calculator. Okay, calculator is also one example of software. And there are two types of software: system software, application software. Okay, system software means it is a program designed to operate and control computer hardware. Computer hardware control பண்றதுக்கு we are going for system hardware. Example is OS, operating system, compiler, and some utility programs. You can see this is the program system software, it is going to control. And then application software means example games. Okay, whatever you are playing, just computer games. And then if you are using MS Word or word processor, Linux, spreadsheet, database management, whatever applications, programs designed to solve some problems, that is called as application software. Okay, so these are the two types of computer software, and there is a difference given between hardware and software. So hardware means it is a physical component where we can touch. Okay, software means it is a computer program, and here we can touch and feel it. Here we cannot touch or feel it, and it is a collection of electronic circuit interconnected by minute electrical wires. So all the devices, hardware devices, connected by wires, and here it is a set of instructions given to the hardware how to operate it will instruct us. And then example keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer. And here example OS, word processor, antivirus program, and then whatever applications, apps you are using, that comes under software. Anything we can see when the computer is switched off, even the computer is switched off, whatever devices we can see is called as hardware. So here only when the computer is on we can see the software. And then the last one is hardware is the actual component that your computer is made of. Yes, all the devices is made up of only wires and electrical circuits all together constitute a computer. And software is a code and instructions that tell a computer how to operate. Okay, it is going to instruct and it is going to solve the problems, everything. So these are the differences between hardware and software, and this is about your chapter number 1. So this chapter you have learnt about what is a computer and what are the characteristics we have discussed, and what are the difference between hardware and software, and what are the output devices, input devices, and the types of memories. Everything you have learnt from this lesson. Thank you, children.